Hi there. I'm super excited here today to be in this group live again Wednesday, and I'm excited for another reason because finally, after a 2 months delay, I got to launch my new online training called the Metabolic Energy Reboot. And it's been such a journey. I can't tell you how much sweat I was sweating over it. So many technical difficulties, so many delays, so many questions that needed to be answered to bring this live and to bring this online. And I must say I'm quite proud that it's finally ready for everyone to see and for you to enjoy. And this was really a very dear project to me, very close to my heart, because I really do want to share this information with you, and I don't want to hold back, and I want you to benefit from it. And finally you get to do this and you get to see it. The Metabolic Energy Reboot is finally online, and you can watch it under and I give you the link. I'm not going to write it in the description here. I might add it in the comments, but if I do put the link here, chances are my live will not be shown to a lot of people. Facebook doesn't like outbound links, so I'm going to just say it. Maybe you can write it down and look it up online. So metabolicenergysolution.com is the webpage where you will find the training. So let me just briefly explain what this is all about. I have been working with people on various chronic health conditions for the past 5 to 6 years. And I noticed that there was a pattern, and the pattern was that most people struggled with their energy. They struggled with how they feel. They struggled with, finding the energy to get started, to change something, to do some work that they need to do to get better. And common phrases I heard: I'm so tired, or I wish I had more energy, or if I only could get myself to do this, but it's just hard, it's difficult, and you can fill in the blank, and you probably know the narratives I'm talking about, and we all use them from time to time, especially when something seems to be a hurdle that's too difficult to overcome. So I was intrigued because I said, well, what if we can do something about that? And what if we can have abundant energy all the time, whenever we want, without relying on coffee, without relying on, sugary snacks, everything that pushes us, without feeling tired when we wake up in the morning and thinking to ourselves, oh my gosh, I have so much to do and I just don't feel up for it. What if we can change this for good, and what if we can really reverse this and let us be more energetic all the time, and it's not going to be a problem anymore. And so that was really my motivation to find the solutions for that. And I'm quite proud to say that I think I have found it. I have worked with a few people now with exactly that model that I'm presenting in that free webinar training, on the steps I was taking with them, guiding them through to increase their energies. And I must say, it worked beautifully. It worked like a charm for those people who were really doing their part. And it also works for me. I live like this. I live by these principles every single day. And so I'm just so excited to share this with you. So I can't wait for you to see it and let me know what you think. And so this is my big announcement, and I'm super excited about it. So I had to tell you about it. metabolicenergysolution.com is the website where you will find more information and where you can watch the training. And I will also walk you through all the steps that I took with my clients to make them feel better. And so I'm not leaving anything out. I'm giving you the exact blueprint that I'm using personally and that I'm using for working with my clients. All right, so let's jump into the question today. I had a question from a member, and I'm always happy to receive those. So if you have any burning questions, if you want to know something that you've been pondering or you want an opinion on, you were wondering about, please always send them to me. I'm super happy when I can help you out and when I can provide my point of view on your burning questions. So one member had a question today, and she wanted to know, what is my take on organic and conventionally produced food? And of course, this is a vast topic, right? We could talk hours and hours about all of these different aspects of it, but I try to keep it brief and still bringing you the main points across what my opinion, my professional and personal opinion is on that topic. So when I'm working with my clients, they often come with health issues. Most of the time there's something that bothers them. Either it's gut health, it's an autoimmune condition, it's something chronic, diabetes, whatever it is, cancer. So people ask me, okay, so how should I eat? And the first thing we usually look at is the quality of the foods. And when we talk about quality of foods, I usually advise people to start eating more organically grown vegetables. And the reason behind that is manifold, but the most important one for me is that it just contains way less pesticides and herbicides, and it is overall not as, how do I say this, it's not as such a burden for the body to process all the things that we put on top of the vegetables. So that's really the biggest concern. It's not the vegetable that it's grown conventionally, it is the toxic load on it. And that just accumulates. The more we eat vegetables and conventionally grown food and meats, for example, same idea, the more toxins we're taking in from the outside. And when we're already suffering and parts in our health, chances are that our detoxification and our liver health is already pretty stretched and pretty burdened. So putting more food on top that is potentially adding to the mix in a bad way is not a good idea. So that's why most often I recommend eating organically grown food. And of course, it's also about sustainability, and it's about supporting organic growing mechanisms. It's better for the soil, it is better for the planet and the earth. So there are many, many aspects why organic food is to be preferred. It also has to do with frequency. If you're a spiritual person, organically grown food is on a higher spiritual frequency than conventionally grown food. So it's also raising your internal energy through frequency is also a good idea to resort to organic food. So having said that, there are always many objections from people who say we can't afford it, it's too expensive, I can't buy all of this organic. And I understand, right? We always have to look what's possible for our individual situation, our goal, and what we're willing to do and not to do. And there's never a right or wrong. So if you cannot or do not want to afford buying everything organic, then I usually recommend sticking to the Dirty Dozen and the Clean 15 list. So it's the Environmental Working Group releases a list every single year where they test produce for toxic substances, pesticides, herbicides, and they craft a list with the most pesticide-burdened produce, like vegetables and fruit, and the least ones. So hence the Dirty Dozen. Those are the 12 foods that they recommend to buy organic in any case, because there's just so much stuff on them. And the Clean 15, those are the ones who are better, not as toxic, and which you can buy conventionally grown in their form and conventionally grown if you prefer. So that's always a good starting point. Look at this list and determine which produce and fruits you're gonna buy organic and which you will stick buying conventionally. So, but if you're trying to solve a health issue, if you're trying to improve whatever it is you're trying to improve, usually going organic is your best bet for the reasons I just mentioned and in general. Because also there's probably less things like sugar, fats, what else could there be? Oh, salts, these types of things on things that are a little bit more organically grown. So this is my take. I hope this was helpful. If you can, buy and eat organic, grow your own food. That is another thing I usually recommend. If you can, if you enjoy it, if you have the space, do it. It also brings a lot of joy into your life to see a plant grow and to grow fruits and to grow vegetables. It is very elevating spiritually to watch this grow. So if you have the ability, grow your own food in the summer. I know here in Canada the growing season is short, but nevertheless, we have a few months where we can enjoy doing that. And then resort to organic wherever you can, and if you cannot afford all of it, go to the Dirty Dozen, and the Clean 15 list gives you a very good starting point to get started on that journey. So I hope this was helpful, and I hope you're going to watch my Metabolic Energy Reboot Masterclass. I can't wait to hear from you, and I will talk to you soon. Have a great day.